there's a terrific young kid, an 8-year-old kid out there, Giovanni Mills. Adrian, just give us a bit of background.
Yeah, Terry. Giovanni is our rising star of this week. Giovanni is 8 years old. He found his love for football around 16 months. And Giovanni has a personal coach, and also he attends a coaching school where he participates in matches. At this coaching school, Giovanni plays with under 10 and under 8 age group. He trains with a U10 because he outplays the U8 in technique, strength and skills. Giovanni has been featured in the local newspaper and television stations. He was also featured in a television show for children in Norway, performing his dribble skills. In August of last year, Giovanni attended Ajax soccer camp in Netherlands, where he received his official report card on his training with compliments on his dribbling style of play, first touch, physical abilities, technical skills, etc. Additionally, Giovanni participated in the Soccer Youth All-American Series last November in Dallas, Texas. And at this tournament, he was selected for the All-American Golden Cup, and scouts considered him as one of the best young players while participating in this series events. He also attended a camp in Sweden, and in April this year, Giovanni is scheduled to train in Germany. Most importantly, Giovanni's parents is Trinidadians, but he was born in the USA. So that's a big part for our head coach now. So he will not be complaining because that's his grandparents, third generation. His parents is Trinidadian, so I think that's an easy passport for us.
So guys, just listen to that. This kid's been all over the place already.
That's insane,
And he's gone into top clubs, academies. He's getting report cards, what he's got to work on, how he's got to do things. This is bringing us back to, Adrian, things that we've discussed over the last couple of shows, whereby football today, and I look at all of these academies that are supported by professional football clubs and even into community football clubs, where they're working on the kids for certain positions in the playing field today. And this kid's done so much travelling, played in so many different countries. Yes, he's from the USA. The USA are putting loads of money at the moment into development of football. They've got the World Cup coming in 2026. And my God, USA, their team captain, 23 in the last World Cup, just gone in November, December. So they're going to be prepared to the max for the World Cup coming, Canada, Mexico and USA. They'd be ready for it. But it shows me this is where kids have got to be looking today. How do we here in Trinidad and Tobago, how do we facilitate that?
Well, most importantly, Giovanni lives in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
So the reality is his parents has
So what is he doing now, Adrian? That's what I'm saying.
So that's the thing. His father has hired a personal coach for him because he realizes that there's nothing happening. That's the big gap in terms of development, and it's very important that Giovanni, and I told his dad that today, kudos to him, he has invested a lot in his son. He's 8 years old. But where the most exciting moment for me is, when he reaches at a 12 years, 13 years and he lands a contract, right? How will we be able to manage him? Then there's players also that was talented like Gio at this age. I don't need to mention.
So are we saying to parents here in Trinidad and Tobago, are we saying to them, get online, check out these football drills for your kids, and you implement them because they've got little else? Yeah. Is that what we're saying?
If I may add, during the COVID period, COVID-19, when the SSFL was affected tremendously, like the whole country and the world. And because we still wanted to keep in a semblance of football skills among the student athletes so that they wouldn't lose interest, we actually had a skills competition, but it was done online since we couldn't be engaged physically, face to face. But it's Giovanni Mills, young man at 6 years of age, doing 166, and Josiah Ochoa, who is from St. Benedict's College. He's the winner of the ball juggling competition which actually we had about 22 participants.
Very good.
And my intention as the president is to have a ball mastery competition.
Well, Merere, Andrea, Adrian, it's been a great show.
I just have one thought before you guys wrap. I mean, I don't want this young lad to be another Keyshawn Walcott scenario where the world embraces him and then we now recognizing who he is.
Yes.
Final thought before we go: is there anything in place with this young man, government or even private sector wise, that can embrace his talent and maybe encourage others who are in the shadows who we don't even know about? Giovanni, I mean, we're looking at him here.
Yeah.
And the little lad is quite skillful. Is there anything?
Well, I think there are people exactly like you that care and want these kids to do so well. See these kids that have developed their skill sets, and whether it be football, cricket, whatever sport it is, help them to get from here into something much better. We need to be a part of the development of that. People behind the scenes, and Mr. President, I think that's something that you could help with these kids.
Yeah.
Could be fantastic.
Yep.
Okay, guys.
Listen, thanks very much, and for all you listeners out there, hope you've been tuning in, listening to that. Got some great people around the table tonight, and it's all about your kids. It's all about football, what we can do for your kids, how we can help the nation move forward. From Terry Fenwick and the rest of the crowd, good night.